This week, the tensions are high for U.S. and India. That and more in today's episode.
I don't need recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying up. It's getting late. You're doing good. I'm doing great. Recognition. I'm on a mission. I'm paying dues. I'm in position. I'm staying up. It's getting late. You're doing good. I'm doing great.
It is Friday, June 21st of 2024. This is Political Palette. This is your host, Matty. Today we're diving into President Biden's precarious diplomatic situation with India, dissecting the latest twist in the 2024 presidential election polls, and taking a deep look at Governor Kathy Hochul's cunning fundraising tactics. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's get into the political nitty-gritty. First on our agenda is President Biden, who's currently embroiled in a diplomatic conundrum with India that can make even the most seasoned politician break a sweat. An obscure U.S. law that allows for military repercussions against countries involved in assassination plots on American soil has suddenly become very relevant. This situation feels like a bad episode of House of Cards, where every move is fraught with peril. This law, rarely pulled out of the legislative attic, is designed to protect U.S. sovereignty by threatening severe consequences for foreign assassination attempts. The spotlight on this law was inevitable after concerns were raised about such plots involving Indian nationals. Imagine having a policy that's so hardcore it makes other countries sit up and pay attention. The Biden administration now faces the challenge of welding this law without blowing up an international relationship. Biden's strategy here is like walking through a minefield while juggling. One wrong step and it could all blow up. He needs to project strength and show that the U.S. won't tolerate foreign interference. At the same time, Biden must handle this delicacy to avoid alienating India, a crucial ally in counterbalancing China's growing influence. It's a high-stakes game of diplomacy where the usual rules don't apply, and every move is scrutinized both at home and abroad. This diplomatic standoff with India highlights a broader issue within U.S. foreign policy: the delicate balance between national security and maintaining international relationships. It's not just about flexing a military might, it's about being smart and strategic. How Biden navigates this could set the tone for how the U.S. handles similar situations in the future, making this more than just a bilateral issue. Maintaining alliances while enforcing stringent security measures is akin to walking on a tightrope. The U.S. needs to reassure allies that it remains a steadfast partner, but also convey that any form of interference will be met with a robust response. This balancing act is crucial, as any misstep could have significant repercussions, potentially isolating the U.S. or weakening its position on the global stage. Now, pivoting over to the domestic arena, where the 2024 presidential election race is already heating up. The latest polls indicate that former President Donald Trump is leading in several key battleground states. It's like a never-ending sequel where the plot keeps twisting. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's another twist. Despite his myriad legal troubles, Trump remains a formidable contender, leading the race in states that are crucial for any presidential victory. In Arizona, Trump is ahead of Biden by 7 points. Florida shows a similar trend, with Trump leading by 6 points. In Ohio, he's up by 7 points. These states are like the crown jewels of the Electoral College. And Trump's lead here is a clear signal that his base remains energized and engaged. The margins might not seem huge, but in the context of electoral politics, they're significant and can tip the scales come election day. Diving into the numbers, we see that in Arizona, Trump leads Biden 47% to 40. In Florida, it's 49 to 43. And in Ohio, Trump stands at 48 to Biden's 41. These figures suggest that Biden has his work cut out for him if he wants to secure these crucial states. The polling data not only reflects current voter sentiment, but also provides a roadmap for where both campaigns need to focus their efforts in the coming months. One of the biggest hurdles for President Biden right now is his approval ratings, which have been less than stellar. According to Real Clear Politics, his job approval ratings show more Americans disapproving than approving of his performance. This isn't just a bump in the road. It's a potential roadblock that could derail his re-election campaign. If Biden can't turn these numbers around, he might find himself in a very tight race come November. Biden's current approval ratings are a critical indicator of his re-election prospects. As of now, his disapproval ratings are higher than his approval ratings, suggesting widespread dissatisfaction with his administration's handling of various issues. Whether it's the economy, healthcare, or foreign policy, Biden needs to address these concerns head on to regain the trust of the electorate and improve his chances of securing a second term. Now, switching gears to New York, Governor Kathy Hochul has been playing a savvy game with her fundraising efforts and her policy of non-endorsement. Hochul has been privately raising a substantial amount of money while publicly refraining from endorsing candidates. It's a strategic move that keeps her options open and her adversaries guessing. This approach allows her to build her political war chest without getting entangled in the messy business of public endorsements. Hochul's fundraising strategy is a masterclass in political maneuvering. By focusing on private fundraising, she avoids the scrutiny and potential backlash that often accompany large public donations. This method allows her to amass significant resources quietly, giving her a financial edge without drawing too much attention. It's a calculated move that affects her understanding of the current political climate and the importance of maintaining flexibility. Her policy of non-endorsement is equally strategic. By not publicly endorsing candidates, Hochul avoids the risk of backing the wrong person and making unnecessary enemies. This approach keeps her in a strong position, allowing her to support whichever candidate aligns best with her interests as the political landscape evolves. It's a clear tactic that demonstrates her political acumen and ability to navigate complex situations. Governor Hochul's strategies underscore a broader trend in modern politics: the importance of strategic thinking and careful planning. Her ability to balance fundraising with a non-endorsement policy highlights the delicate nature of political strategy. Successful politicians must constantly adapt and find innovative ways to maintain support and influence without overcommitting or creating unnecessary conflicts. Hochul's approach not only positions her well for future political endeavors, but also sets a benchmark for how modern politicians can navigate their careers. Hochul's balancing act between fundraising and non-endorsement reflects on the intricate dance that defines modern politics. It's a reminder that in the high-stakes world of politics, flexibility and adaptability are key. By keeping her options open and avoiding public controversies, Hochul ensures that she remains a significant player on the political stage, ready to seize opportunities as they arise. These stories together paint a vivid picture of the current political landscape. From Biden's international diplomacy challenges to the heated race of the 2024 presidential election and Governor Hochul's strategic maneuvers, it's clear that the political scene is dynamic and ever evolving. The ability to navigate these complexities requires a mix of strategy, flexibility, and sometimes a bit of audacity. The dynamic nature of politics requires leaders to be adaptable and responsive to changing circumstances. The ability to navigate complex issues, maintain alliances, and manage public perception is crucial for success in today's political environment. These stories highlight the multifaceted challenges that political leaders face and their strategies they employ to overcome them. It's a constant game of chess where one move can cost everything. A quick message from Empower United, and thanks to them for supporting today's show.
Discover Empower United, a beacon of hope and empowerment for LGBTQ+ youth. We are dedicated to providing the support, advocacy, and resources necessary to uplift and inspire our community. Our mission is to create a world where every LGBTQ+ young person feels valued, accepted, and empowered to reach their full potential. At Empower United, we offer a variety of programs and services designed to address the unique challenges faced by LGBTQ+ youth. We need your help to continue our vital work. By donating as little as $5, you can make a significant impact on the lives of LGBTQ+ youth. Visit empowerunited.org today to learn more about our programs and to make your donation.
Hey everybody, it's Matty. I'm back. Thanks for tuning into the show. I appreciate you making it to episode 5 here of Political Palette. We've been doing this show for 5 weeks now, every Friday, and I'm so excited to continue the show and continue to improve things as we go. This show was recorded a little bit in advance, so sorry if the quality isn't what is normally expected of us. But here at Playzone Media and my whole team, we want to thank you for listening, and make sure to submit your survey in the description of this podcast. Let us know what you think about the podcast so far, how we can improve, and any potential guests we should invite on the show. Also, if you want to submit a voice note to the show, please do that at speakpipe.com/politicalpalette. I wanted to share something a little bit more personal with you. This week I'm heading to Seaside Heights. Yes, that iconic Jersey Shore spot you've seen on TV. And no, I'm not going there to film the next season of a reality show. Though, who knows, maybe I'll run into Snooki. Why Seaside Heights, you ask? Well, sometimes you just need to escape the political grind and all the stresses that come with owning businesses and nonprofits, and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. And I honestly, in my personal life and to friends and family, I speak a lot on this, how your personal time and management is so important, especially because I deal with anxiety and stress. And I actually announced that on a public level, even in this podcast. And the main reason I talk about it is because many of us deal with this, especially after the COVID pandemic, and many things really messing with our mindsets. And for a lot of us, especially my generation being younger, it really affected our whole perspective on things, right? Growing up and mentally and everything, right? So it's good to admit those faults, because I think it's important to know that you're not alone. If you're dealing with stress and anxiety and overthinking or anything like that, just know that there's someone out there just like you who are also dealing with the same thing, and they're getting through it. And I realized the one way to do that is enjoy time with friends, family, people in your life that you really enjoy hanging around. And I think it's really important. So I'm looking forward to some sun, sand, and a bit of nostalgic fun. It's like a mini vacation without having to go too far from home. But first on the agenda is, of course, hitting the beach. There's nothing like the sound of waves crashing, the smell of ocean air, and the feel of sand between your toes to recharge your batteries. I'm planning on spending a good chunk of my time just lounging on the beach, soaking up the sun, and maybe even getting a little tan. No trip to Seaside Heights is complete without strolling along the famous boardwalk. I'm definitely planning to indulge in some classic boardwalk treats. Funnel cakes, saltwater taffy, and maybe a deep fried Oreo. Because why not? It's all part of the experience. Plus, I can't wait to check out the arcades and maybe try my luck at some of the games. I'm not saying I'm a pro, but let's just say I wouldn't mind walking away with a giant stuffed animal. And then there are the rides. From the classic Ferris wheels, offering stunning views of the ocean, to seek more adrenaline-pumping roller coasters. There's something for everyone. I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, so I'm planning to hit all the big rides. There's something about the mix of fear and excitement that just makes you feel alive. And let's be real, screaming your lungs out on a roller coaster is probably the best way to release some of that pent-up anger, stress, and frustration in your life. When the sun sets, Seaside Heights doesn't slow down. The nightlife here is buzzing with energy. From beach bars to live music, there's always something going on. I'm looking forward to unwinding with a few drinks, enjoying some live music, and soaking in the lively atmosphere. It's the perfect way to cap off a day of fun and relaxation. This trip is going to be extra special because I'm going with a group of friends. We've all been looking forward to this getaway, and it's going to be a blast to share this experience with them. There's something about beach trips with friends that makes everything more fun. We're planning on doing everything together. Now, don't worry, there's no interruption to the show. By the time you're hearing this, my trips already came to an end. I'll be sure, though, to share all the details and highlights of my trip, potentially in episode 6 or at Matty.unhinged on Instagram. Go over there, follow me, you might get a few pictures. Now, before we end off our show, I wanted to mention about a much-anticipated upcoming debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. It's set to be held on June 27th at CNN's Atlanta studios. Now, by the time episode 6 comes out, the debate would have already happened, and I'm hoping to actually have some commentary in episode 6 exclusively about the debate, as I'll be filming that episode on the same day. So hopefully we can talk a little bit about what all goes down at the debate and if there's any shouting and yelling, but I'm pretty sure there will be. These debates lately haven't been any fun to watch. It's mainly just an embarrassment fest for America itself. But this first of 3 scheduled debates promises to be a crucial moment in the 2024 presidential race. CNN has set the stage for a more controlled environment by eliminating the live audience and implementing rules such as muting microphones to prevent interruptions. This format aims to foster a more orderly and substantive discussion between the candidates. The debate topics are expected to focus on crucial areas like the economy and immigration, where Trump is perceived to have an edge, according to recent polls. On the other hand, Biden will likely emphasize defending his record on social issues, including abortion rights and addressing Trump's ongoing legal controversies. One notable aspect of this debate is the absence of a studio audience, a decision made to maintain better control over the event and reduce partisan disruptions. Additionally, both candidates will not be allowed to bring any notes, ensuring that their responses are spontaneous and authentic. This debate also comes amid heightened tensions and unique challenges. Both campaigns have expressed frustrations with the debate commission, leading to direct negotiations with media networks. Biden's campaign, in particular, has pushed for more focused and voter-centric debates, drawing inspiration from the original 1960 televised debates. As we gear up for this political debate, it's clear that both candidates will use this platform to solidify their positions and sway undecided voters. Whether it's Biden defending his presidential record or Trump aiming to highlight his policy proposals, this debate is set to be a significant milestone in the 2024 election journey. Now, as our episode comes to a close, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure to follow me over at Matty Unhinged or Matty.Unhinged. Thank you, Instagram, for making me have to put a dot in there. But you can go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms at Matty Unhinged or Instagram with the dot. And send in a voice note, speakpipe.com/politicalpalette. I look forward to hearing you on episode 6, where we'll discuss a little bit more about the debate between Trump and Biden. Make sure to send in your voice notes so I can take a listen and see a little bit about what you're thinking about the upcoming debate. This is Matty, and have a great week ahead.